The title of this podcast is Are You Present? What I've come to realize is that regardless of what your station is in life, it really just comes down to are you present? If you are, the likelihood is likely that you will be happier, experience more joy, and experience a whole lot less suffering or creating it for yourself and others. And I've been on this path of really trying to remain present. Every once in a while, something will happen, and a friend will help remind me of what's really important in this moment. Being someone who is in his mid to late 50s, I've had a lot of experiences in the workplace is a good example for this topic. And to that point, you can be a CEO with a title of a company that by society's measure, you are very successful. But in the absolute way of looking at it in terms of consciousness and being a good person and making a meaningful contribution that brings value to all parties, are you successful if you are in your egoic mind with how you talk to people, how you treat them, how your vision or is the only way, then in that case, are you really successful? What are you really present? And I see this happen to a lot of leaders is they lose the capacity to be in the present moment. And a key indicator is when people bring things to them, are they able to handle them? Are they open-hearted? Do they make people feel valued? How do they respond and when things are challenging? And on the same hand, in that same company, you could be the landscaper or the maintenance person who keeps everything pristine at the company. And in that case, perhaps you are humble. You see this as an opportunity to still make a contribution, and the tasks that you're given, you do them to the best of your ability. Now, flip that. What I want to make clear is that the job position isn't one that determines or indicates whether or not you are conscious or if you are present. Because that same CEO that I mentioned before could be 2.0. And that CEO is one who communicates in a way that makes people feel valued. It's not that they shy away from conflict, but they see it as an opportunity for them to grow first and then help others grow. They're an inspiring leader. They don't rule by fear. They are not dictatorial, but instead they invite partnership and collaboration. And you can take the gardener who before, in the earlier example of the gardener who tries to contribute and do a really good job with their task. That same gardener could be a person that when they're given something or a task, all they do is complain about it. They don't like the job. They don't give it their very best. They can't wait till it's over. That's one way to move through life, but it's certainly not a demonstration of being present in this moment with the task that was given to you right now. So I encourage you to stop with whatever you're doing periodically throughout the day and notice the part about not what it is you're doing, but who you're being as you're performing certain tasks, as you are assuming certain roles in the workplace, in your home, in your families, and in your community. Am I present?